Imagine if you were told that after 60, life slows down, energy drops, circulation weakens, and intimacy fades. But what if one simple habit like stirring raw honey into warm water could help change all that? Some have tried it and noticed their hands feel warmer, their movement improves, and their connection with loved ones grows stronger. Using honey the right way can support better blood flow, boost energy, and even improve intimacy. Most people don't know how to use it correctly. Timing and method matter. This guide will show how to use raw honey properly to get the best results and make life after 60 more vibrant and connected. 1. Why circulation declines after 60 and what it means for you. As we get older, our bodies start changing in ways that don't always feel fair. After 60, one major shift happens inside the blood vessels. These vessels, which carry blood through the body, lose some of their natural flexibility. The inner lining, called the endothelium, also slows down its production of nitric oxide, a tiny gas that plays a big role. Nitric oxide helps blood flow smoothly. When there's less of it, blood doesn't move as well. This can lead to cold hands and feet, low energy, and a heart that has to work harder just to keep up. For many people, this change isn't just physical. It affects how they feel emotionally and mentally. Activities that used to feel easy start feeling like a chore. The mind might feel foggy or less focused. And in close relationships, moments that once felt exciting or connected might seem distant or flat. This isn't just normal aging, it's a sign of poor circulation, and it's more common than most people think. Someone once said during a conversation, "I don't feel like myself anymore. I'm tired, even after resting." That simple sentence captures what so many experience after 60. It's not just about being tired. It's about feeling like something's missing, like you're not fully alive. That's what poor circulation can do. It touches everything: your brain, your muscles, your confidence, and even your connection with others. But here's the encouraging part. Just because circulation slows down doesn't mean there's nothing you can do. The body still responds well to the right support, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. And one of the most surprising, natural tools to help improve circulation is something simple you may already have at home: raw honey. Used the right way, raw honey can help blood flow better. It can support warmth in the hands and feet, improve daily energy, and help bring back that spark in both physical health and close moments. It's not a miracle cure, but it's a small, natural choice that can make a big difference over time. Once you understand what's really happening in your body, you're no longer stuck guessing. You can take real steps that support the way your blood flows, which supports how you think, move, feel, and connect. Good circulation is the base of feeling alive. It helps you enjoy your days more, have better focus, and feel more in tune with yourself and the people around you. So if you've felt more tired lately, or less connected, or just not quite like yourself, it's not your fault, and it's not just aging. It might be your circulation slowing down. And thankfully, it's something you can support. Sometimes all it takes is one small, sweet habit to start feeling like yourself again. 2. The science behind honey's power. I still remember the first time I heard someone say that a spoonful of raw honey every morning helped him stay strong and focused, even in his 70s. Honestly, I didn't believe it. It sounded too simple. After all, I've spent years learning about how the body works, reading studies, and following proven routines. So I brushed it off. Just another old remedy, I thought. But later, when I took a closer look at the science behind honey, I realized something big. This wasn't just an old tale. Raw honey, especially when it's pure and unprocessed, has real power backed by research and history. Raw honey isn't like the stuff you see in those plastic bear bottles on grocery shelves. That processed version loses a lot of its nutrients. But raw, unfiltered honey is full of antioxidants, natural enzymes, and something called flavonoids. These natural ingredients help fight inflammation in the body. Why does that matter? Because inflammation makes it harder for your blood to move smoothly, and it can hurt your heart and your energy levels. When inflammation goes down, your blood flows better. And when blood flows better, your whole body starts to feel more alive. Here's something even more important. Raw honey helps increase nitric oxide in the body. That's the same compound your blood vessels need to stay open, flexible, and healthy. You've probably never thought much about nitric oxide, but it's one of the keys to healthy circulation. And circulation isn't just about keeping your hands and feet warm. It affects how much oxygen and energy your brain, muscles, and even your private parts get. If you've felt more tired or distant lately, low nitric oxide and poor circulation could be why. And yes, real studies show this. Researchers have seen how raw honey helps improve cholesterol, supports the lining of your blood vessels, and helps the heart function better overall. It's not just talk, it's fact. And it's interesting to see that ancient cultures already knew this long before science caught up. In traditional Ayurvedic medicine, honey was often used as a daily tonic to help older adults keep their strength and passion. Egyptians used it as a healing food. They didn't have labs or data, but they saw the results, and now we understand why. When I began sharing this simple honey trick with others, the changes I noticed were subtle at first, but real. Their faces had more color. They said their hands felt warmer. They didn't nap as often. One man even told me he felt more present with his wife again. It wasn't about turning back the clock, it was about feeling like themselves again, not some faded version of who they used to be. Their steps were lighter, their moods improved, their eyes were clearer, and honestly it all started with one natural, sweet spoonful each morning. This isn't a miracle cure, let's be clear about that. But it is a small, daily step you can take that supports your body in a powerful way. It's simple, it's natural, and it's been around for centuries. The key is using it the right way and at the right time of day. That's when the real changes start to show up, not just in your body, but in your energy, your mindset, and your connection with the people you love. 3. The 60-60 method. How to use honey effectively. Now let's talk about how to actually use honey in a way that gives you the best results. Because as simple as honey may seem, the way you take it can make all the difference. This isn't just about adding something sweet to your morning. It's about creating a small, powerful habit that sends a signal to your body that you're ready to feel good again from head to toe. I call it the 60-60 method. It's easy to remember, and once you understand why it works, it just makes sense. Here's how you do it. Take 1 teaspoon of raw, unfiltered honey on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning or about 60 minutes before any moment of intimacy or connection. That's where the 60-60 comes from. You want your body to absorb the honey without it getting mixed in with a heavy breakfast or a sugary drink. So don't stir it into your coffee, and don't eat it after a big meal. Instead, take it straight from the spoon, or mix it gently into a glass of warm, not hot water. Warm water helps the enzymes stay alive and active. Hot water can destroy some of the good stuff in raw honey, and that would be a shame. You can also add a little fresh lemon juice or a pinch of cayenne pepper if you like a little kick, but it's totally optional. The real key here is consistency. Doing this once won't change your life. But doing it every morning or every time before a special moment sends your body a clear message. I'm ready to wake up. I'm ready to reconnect. And trust me, over time your body listens. What makes this method so powerful is how it supports nitric oxide, the compound that helps your blood vessels relax and open up. Better blood flow doesn't just warm your hands and feet, it wakes up your brain, gives you energy, and helps you feel more like yourself again. That's why this is about more than circulation. It's about how you show up in your day and in your relationships. When blood flows well, you think clearer, move easier, and feel closer to the people you love. To make this even more effective, I suggest combining your honey with a little gentle movement, nothing intense, just a 10-minute walk around your home or outside in the fresh air. Movement helps the honey do its job even better. It tells your circulation system, let's get going. And for many people I've spoken with, this small step makes a big difference. In fact, there are people who once felt completely disconnected from their own bodies. They felt cold, tired, and emotionally distant. But once they started the 60-60 method, just one spoon of honey, a little walk, and consistency, they noticed real change. They felt more present, more awake, more engaged in life and in love. And the beauty of this trick is how gentle it is. No side effects, no harsh chemicals, just real food used with care and intention. You don't need fancy pills or expensive treatments. Sometimes, what your body really needs is something natural, something simple, and something consistent. A teaspoon of honey can become more than just a sweet treat. It can be your daily reminder that you deserve to feel alive again. Because life after 60 doesn't mean slowing down, it can mean reconnecting, reigniting, and truly enjoying the moments that matter, one small step at a time. If you're finding this helpful so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more tips like this. And if you've got a question or you're dealing with something specific, just leave a comment below. I read every one and am here to help. 4. Why blood flow boosts connection. When we talk about blood flow, most people think of the heart or maybe their hands and feet. But circulation does something much deeper. It affects how alive you feel inside and how connected you feel to the people you love. I once had a man, 76 years old, quietly tell me during a checkup, "I don't really miss being young, I just miss feeling close." That stayed with me. He wasn't asking for a younger body. He just wanted to feel that warmth again, that spark, that connection that makes life feel full. And the truth is, when blood flow slows down, so does that spark. Your mind gets foggier, your emotions feel flatter. It becomes easier to drift, to feel distant even when someone you love is sitting right next to you. But when circulation begins to improve, something beautiful happens. Your brain starts getting more oxygen, and suddenly your thoughts are clearer. Your nerves become more responsive, so you feel more, not just physically but emotionally too. And maybe most importantly, your hormones start to rebalance. That includes testosterone and dopamine, the ones that help you feel desire, motivation, and joy. You start to wake up. You laugh more freely. You look people in the eye and hold the moment a little longer. You feel like reaching for someone's hand and you don't second guess it. This doesn't mean becoming someone you're not or pretending to be 30 again. It means showing up as yourself, fully, in this season of your life, with energy, clarity, and heart. Good circulation isn't just about blood vessels, it's about staying emotionally present, keeping your relationships alive and feeling like you matter. It's about being able to say, "I'm still here," not just in body, but in spirit. For many men over 60, that kind of connection feels out of reach, not because the love is gone, but because their bodies have slowed down in ways that affect how they feel and express that love. That's why this honey method is so special. It's not just helping blood move better, it's helping you move better. Through life, through relationships, through moments that really count. So if you've felt distant lately, not just from others but from yourself, know this. It might not be just aging. It could be your body's way of asking for a little help. And when you give it what it needs, like a natural boost to your circulation, you may be surprised at how much more present, joyful, and alive you feel. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming your presence, your joy, and your ability to connect deeply with others and with life itself. 5. Real results from men over 60. What truly keeps me going, what really fills me with hope, is hearing the stories from men who have tried this simple honey method and felt real change. These aren't just numbers or theories. These are real people, just like you, who once felt stuck in their own skin. They had accepted that maybe their best days were behind them, that maybe this was just part of getting old. But then, something shifted. All it took was one small change. A spoonful of raw honey and a little consistency. One man shared how he had been feeling low ever since his marriage ended. He wasn't sleeping well, his energy was gone, and he felt like he had lost his spark. But after just a few weeks of the 60-60 method, taking that 1 teaspoon of raw honey each morning and going for a short walk, he felt lighter, not just in his body but in his spirit. He smiled more. He laughed again. He even joined a community class just to get out of the house and ended up meeting someone who brought joy back into his life. It wasn't a huge overnight change. It was gradual, steady, and deeply real. Another man in his 70s had been taking blood pressure medicine for years. He was used to cold hands, low energy, and feeling disconnected from his wife. But after staying with the honey routine for 2 months, always under the guidance of his doctor, his circulation improved so much that his doctor actually adjusted his medication. But what mattered even more to him was what changed in his relationship. He felt closer again, more confident. He said he could finally show up for his wife not just physically, but emotionally too. He said he felt like himself again. When you're over 60, society sometimes makes you feel like you've become invisible, that your needs don't matter, that your days of love, energy, and passion are behind you. But these stories remind us that's simply not true. These aren't miracle cures. They're moments of reconnection, and for many men they begin with something as simple and natural as honey. The results may not be flashy or immediate, but they're powerful. A little more warmth in your hands, a clearer mind, a deeper laugh, a stronger presence. These may seem like small things to others, but if you've ever felt like you were fading into the background of your own life, they mean everything. These small wins are how confidence returns. They're how you begin to show up again, not just for others, but for yourself. This is why I believe in this method. Not because it's trendy or scientific, although the science is there. I believe in it because I've seen it bring people back to life. I've seen it wake up parts of them they thought were gone. And I want you to know, no matter how old you are, it's not too late to feel alive again. Your story isn't over. In fact, the best chapter might be the one you're about to write, starting with something as simple as a teaspoon of honey and a walk. 6. Common mistakes to avoid. Let's be honest, some men try this honey trick and say it didn't work for them. But when I ask what they did, I usually find out they made a few simple mistakes that are easy to fix. That's why I want to share this with you, because if you're going to give something natural and powerful a chance, you deserve to do it the right way and actually feel the difference. The first mistake is using the wrong kind of honey. Not all honey is created equal. Most of the honey you find in the regular grocery store, the kind that comes in the cute little bear bottle or looks perfectly clear, is actually pasteurized. That means it's been heated, and in the process, most of the good stuff gets destroyed. The enzymes, antioxidants, and natural compounds that help your body, they're gone. What you're left with is just sugar water. For this to work, you must use raw, unfiltered honey. Look for local honey at your farmer's market or organic stores. If it looks a little cloudy or has bits of pollen or wax in it, that's a good sign. That means it's alive. And that's exactly what your body needs. The second mistake is about timing. Timing matters more than most people realize. I've had men tell me they took their honey right after eating a big breakfast with bacon and toast or just before crawling into bed. That's not ideal. Your body is already focused on digestion or winding down. What you want is to take your honey when your stomach is empty first thing in the morning or about an hour before connection. That way it gets absorbed quickly and signals your body to activate nitric oxide, support circulation, and gently wake everything up. Now the third mistake is a sneaky one, taking too much. I get it. When we find something that might help, we think, if a little works, more must be better. But with honey, more can actually backfire. 1 teaspoon is enough. That's it. If you take more, especially if you already have blood sugar concerns, you might feel an energy crash later or even feel jittery. This isn't about flooding your system. It's about feeding your body just enough to work with, not against itself. And here's the last big mistake, expecting instant results. I wish I could tell you that you'll take your first spoon of honey and feel like a brand new man an hour later. But that's not how nature works. This isn't a magic pill. It's more like planting a seed. You water it a little every day, and before you know it, something strong and healthy begins to grow. That's how the 60-60 method works. You're not forcing change, you're inviting it. You're signaling to your body, hey, I care about you again. I want to wake things up. And when your body starts to trust that message, it responds. The good news is, once you correct these mistakes, most men feel the difference sooner than they expect. Their energy improves, their mood lifts, their hands feel warmer, and their mind feels sharper. And slowly, quietly, they start to feel like themselves again, not just in body but in presence. That's what this is really about. So if you've tried before and didn't notice a change, don't give up. You may have just been one small step away from feeling better. You don't need to do anything extreme to feel alive again. Sometimes, a simple teaspoon of raw honey each morning, with a little walk and intention, can make a big difference. This isn't just about honey, it's about reminding your body and heart that you're still here and ready to reconnect with your energy and loved ones. Small steps add up, and over time, you'll feel warmer, clearer, and more alive. Your best days aren't behind you. They're waiting. If this helped you, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs it. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple tips to feel your best after 60. Ready for the next step? Watch this next video. It's made just for you. Thank you for watching our video today. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe button to support us. We truly appreciate you support, and it will motivate us to continue make more information video to help you all. Thank you and goodbye.